Hello everyone, Danny Garola from stampinsidebyside.blogspot.com. Oh, look at that glare on my glasses. All right, we're just gonna go like that. I can at least see and know what's going on without having my glasses on. So today I want to add this video to the blog to show you how to make these two cards. I give you the dimensions above, and I want to show you actually how to put this together on screen, because sometimes when I give assembly directions, it just doesn't make sense. So let's get into these cards and let me show you how to put them together. I think you're really gonna like them. They are fabulous. All right, hold on for just a minute. I'm gonna flip you around, so shut your eyes so you don't get motion sickness. All right, I think that's pretty good. Well, as good as it's gonna get for now. Let me get the couple of projects that we're gonna do. The first card that I'm gonna do is this double Z fold. Do we have enough light going on here? Let's click this light on over here. There, maybe there won't be such a deep shadow. So this is called our double Z fold card. Isn't that beautiful? This can be recreated in so many color variants. But let me show you the one that I'm going to do. I am going to do the Bumblebee, which is one of our new in colors. I'm going to do it with Bumblebee and Mary Merlot. Aren't those colors together just beautiful? Okay, let me scoot myself over here. Okay, so let's, first I need to run that piece through the Painted Textures 3D embossing folder. We're going to take that, lay that in there, and I will be back in 2 seconds. Are you counting? 1, 2, 3. All right, so maybe 3.5 seconds. There is that Painted Textures. I told you guys I was on a major roll with this stamp set. This is the Art Gallery bundle. So when I say bundle, that means stamp set and dies. Now, down in the product list where you can just click whatever product it is that you want to look at, get a closer look at, and it takes you directly into the store where you can purchase it right then and there. I will also link in the very first box. I will put the whole suite, which means you get the paper, you get the ribbon, you get the foil, you get the heat and stick, you get that embossing folder. A couple more things I just can't think which come in that. Oh, there's this beautiful acetate with these gold that actually line up perfect with the paper. So yeah, so that is the whole, that when I say a suite, that is where you purchase you purchase all those products at one price. I think you get, I'm not sure if you get a discount doing it that way, not sure. Anyways, you'll just get all the product, boom, by just paying the one price. Otherwise, you can individually buy the product, which is kind of what I've done. So Art Gallery is what we're working with. Like I said, this is a double Z fold card. So the dimensions are going to be above. So when we do our scoring, we have taken an 11 piece by 4 1/4. You're going to score it at the 4. I lied. Score it at 5 1/2. And then this goes like this. And these, I don't know the dimensions right offhand. They're on the blog. 2 1/4 and 5.5. So that was your 5.5. This is 2 1/4. All right, so that sits like that. We're gonna do tone on tone with this one. So you take this piece and then go ahead and put this directly on there. Okay, there's that. Now, here is our DSP that is going to go on here. Varnish that and come in here and do this side as well. So that kind of sits a little bit better. Now this is in our JJ Mini, so the January to June Spring Mini Catalog. We call it the JJ Mini. It just seems to have kind of a little ring to it. Okay, so that's going to go there. This piece, I can't remember how long this was. Anyways, like I said, the dimensions are above. This will go here, and then this gets folded on our score marks, so just like that. So let's varnish this. So to know which way this sits, these are different sizes, but you have one panel that is a little bit like wider, so you will know that that piece is the piece that connects to your front. And I think I've cut that a little too big. Hold on just a second. I think I got a little carried away. I think that needs to be 3 1/4, and I think I cut it at 3 1/2. Oh, I cut it at 3 3/4. It needs to be 3 1/4. There we go. Oh yeah, that is much better. I'm probably going to have to cut these pieces now. This would be our inside flap, so we know that if that is 3 1/4, this needs to be cut at 3. I will have the dimensions on there correctly. All right, now we're golden. Okay, this center flap right here is where our DSP is going to go, and you can decide. And what I've done is I've taken the back side of this paper to put on here. There's, in that DSP, there's many color selections you could pick. But I was just wanted to show you, for paper saving sake, is to use the same paper flip side. And that color really does go with that Mary Merlot. This I'm not going to touch yet, neither that, because those two things we're going to do some stamping. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's bring in our stamp set. We need that We need this piece down here. And we need the little stamen for that piece. And let's see what else we need. Actually, I'm going to move that stamen to that little stamp block and then put that there. All right, I think we're good because we're not going to use the words from this set. We're going to bring in one of our celebrations stamp sets. So if you were to buy this suite, you will earn a couple of celebration items. This stamp set coordinates beautifully with these flowers. All right, we're gonna need our Versamark for doing that gold foil with our heat and stick, which is here. Also, I need a piece of paper to dump my excess off. So I just have this piece here. You know, I don't like to stamp white on white, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing here in just a second. So let's do this piece first. Since I am doing the Mary Merlot and the Bumblebee, I'm going to grab those two colors. So this is our inside piece, which sits right inside here. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. So you do your lighter color first, which in our case, or in my case, is the Bumblebee. Now I'm going to come in with that stamen. And I'm going to grab Mary Merlot. And this is completely optional. You don't have to put anything on this. I just kind of like to decorate it up a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to pop that in there. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so on this portion here, I think since the our dark part of our card was the Mary Merlot, we're going to actually stamp these flowers in Bumblebee. Okay, so one flower is going to go up over here off this side, kind of turn it a bit. Alright, such a beautiful rich color. This I'm going to take up to the top over here, hang it off. And yes, I know I did a little bit of goobers on there, but that's okay because this is just my piece that I use to pour that into. Alright, I am done with Mary Merlot and our Bumblebee for now and that stamp set. I do need to clean this little stamen because that stamen is what we are going to, oops, wrong one. The stamen is what we are going to be using for our, where is my, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, there it is. Hiding underneath my computer. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Make you guys crazy. Alright, we're going to take that piece and just clean it off, because this is now going to go into our Versamark. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this Versamark on here. I'm going to flip this over just to make sure none of my Versamark got on there because I don't want my heat and stick powder. Make sure you shut your Versamark before you start adding your powder so your powder doesn't happen to blow into your pad, because that's a no bueno. You don't want gritty powder. Alright, now I'm going to emboss with my heating tool. with your heating tool, this, you just want to hit this until it turns. So see how it looks powdery at the moment? You want to hit it just until it turns that gloss. So let your tool heat up a minute. And these tools get mighty hot, so just like that. Alright, now you're going to grab your gold foil and be careful when opening the lid so you don't just do what I did and fluff it everywhere. And now just take your paper and kind of just push it in on there. Ooh, push it. Push it real good. Oh, did I just date myself? That's okay. That's a good song, regardless how old you are. Okay, and then I take my brush and just kind of lightly brush over that. Okay. Oops, let's get that metal chunk out of there. We don't want these goobers up here. Now, depending on how hard you push on your powder, you see that there's a piece right here that didn't get quite. I don't think I pushed it on there hard enough. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So now this stuff is everywhere. It's not good unless it gets everywhere. And then I'm going to pour just this excess back up into there because those little chunks are good. Now, close the lid back to that so no air blows that stuff everywhere, because God only knows you will find glitter for days. Or not glitter, gold flaking for days. I find it in my hair, find it on my clothes, but at least it's beautiful. Okay, there's that. We are going to now take a piece of our actually, I'm going to attach this first. And I will tell you, this gold foil is delicious. Just telling you. You will want to put it on everything just because it adds such a amazing touch. Okay, now we have to take a piece of our gold. Where did I put it? Piece of gold. A gold scrap and a whisper white scrap, and we are going to cut out our layering circles. So here is your gold. It's going to be done in the scallop, and then your little white piece is going to be done in the straight edge. We need to get this attached into this card. Now this is kind of a little bit of the tricky part. I am going to just attach this front just a little bit. If I get the goober off the end of my glue here, I'm going to just go like a third of the way up. Okay, maybe not half. It's, yeah, you don't quite go up. And then I'm going to lay this on here push it where I want it. There we go. Push it. See, there I go with my push it. And then I'm just going to kind of, it doesn't have to be lined up on this side and this side. You can place it wherever you want it, but you do want this margin and this margin to be the same. Okay, so now that your front of your card is placed on there, you're going to come back here and take your glue. And now you are going to take that, kind of hold it together, and then place your card down. Did you see how I did that? I just held those two pieces and then closed my card so that will stay in place. Just like that. See how that worked? Now that piece that we stamped on with the bumblebee and the Mary Merlot can now get attached into that inside spot. Okay, that fits there. Now we're going to take a piece of this. Let me fix this end here because we don't want a raw end. So I like to kind of just angle it like that. Cut that extra off. All right, this is going to get laid across down here. So this piece, since I know that one is going that way, I'm going to kind of do the opposite to this end. Just like that. And see, and that's a little on the long side, but I'm okay with that. It can hang off a little bit. All right, I'm going to take a piece of tear and tape and place that down. You don't have to. You can use snail or any kind of adhesive. I just lay that across the bottom here. But the reason why I use tear and tape is because tear and tape does not move. Okay, we'll see. And I just messed that end up, so here's a good opportunity for me to cut it. I said it was a little too long anyways. Alright, so now holding that piece, I'm going to come in here and try to hold this and pull that off. Some of you may have beautiful long fingernails and this will just work perfect for you. Okay, hold this piece of this card down. Just kind of put that across the bottom there. Actually, I need that up a little bit. I'm actually going to start at this end. And just bring that across. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to take these two pieces, but let's stamp a sentiment on this circle really quick. Like I said, I'm coming in with that Heal Your Heart. And I was going to either do the wishing I could heal you or we're in this together. I think I'm going to do we're in this together. Grab my memento. Make sure that's good and, and stamped up there. Try to get that centered. Beautiful. All right, let me flip this piece back over again since, well, actually, I'll just do one here. We're done with that for the moment. Now I'm going to grab that bumblebee again. And on just those top flowers there, I don't need to stamp up the whole thing. I'm going to do a second stamp on here to lighten these up. So I'm just going to come in here and just go like that. just to add some color to that circle. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to grab that and add this to our circle. And on the product list down below, I even go as far as adding things like your multi-purpose glue and your, what's the other thing? I put in all these stamp pads, the memento. If we use any of the dimensionals, I add dimensionals. I don't forget anything for you. I want to make sure you are successful. All right, this is going to go on the front here with our dimensionals. Flip that over. All right, take those off. All right, now I'm going to stick this right on the front here. I think I'm going to put it down over here in this corner. Just like that. Now look at that card. Is that not beautiful? This goes in a regular envelope. It just slides right in there because it's the size of a regular A2 size card. And it can go in the mail. I'm not sure, because of the weight of it, it might actually need 2 stamps or a couple of those cent stamps added to it. But I just think that turned out beautiful. Love those colors. Looks so rich and elegant. And then, of course, you add that gold on there and, can't go wrong with that. So there's the other one. I will post pictures of both of those. This one, I use the Wishing I Could Heal Your Heart. So we've got 2 different ones. Kind of cheery, happy cards. All right, there's those. Let me come in with the second card that I'm going to show you. This, I'm not sure what this card is called. I'm just calling it a fun fold because I think it is truly fun. So this little flap is your opening, and then you have that. So you could even put a little bit of this paper over here if you want to keep that going. I didn't, I left mine plain. So that folds in, and then you have that one. You know what I did forget though? No, I didn't. Never mind. Come on. So we're going to do this, but again, I'm using a different color scheme just to show you that this paper can go so far with all these different colors. All right, so you're going to cut a normal card base. Well, you're actually not. I'll give you the dimensions on the blog, like I had said. See, I keep trying to tell you how to do it. So you're pretty much just going to take a regular card and you're going to cut an 1.5 inches off. That's what really needs to happen. All right, this is Night of Navy. This is Pool Party. Oh, sorry. My nose is going crazy. This is one of those beautiful pieces of this designer series paper, which we're using today. It's the Fine Art Floral paper. I think this looks beautiful on this. It would even go beautiful on that bumblebee. So this I'm going to lay here. Let's get this card out of the way. And see, and that's the back side of that, which we're going to be using for the inside of this card. And these flowers kind of do have a direction on this paper. As you can see, your greenery kind of runs up. All right, there's that piece. Here is the flip side of that paper. We're going to add this to the inside of our card. I would say to aid on the side of caution and buy 2 packs of this designer series paper because you are going to be using it a lot. It is truly a beautiful paper. All right, where did my... Okay. This piece here is, where did I put my, oh, there they are. I decided instead of using basic white, I am going to use basic white shimmery. Do you see the shimmer? Or maybe it's the, not basic white shimmer. This is still my whisper white shimmer. I don't know if you can see the shimmer in that, but it's there. I promise. One of those I'm going to stamp on. The other one, so 2 of them we're going to stamp on. The one that goes on the inside is just going to get placed in there. That will be your place where you'll do your writing and let them know why you're giving them this card. Or you can even stamp a sentiment on here. That's going to go like that. Which we could add this right now to this, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so you put glue on the back side and then you line this up with your margins being even. And you can either take it all the way to the end of your DSP or you can kind of leave it there in the middle. Your choice. You get options. This is your card. Okay, this one I'm going to take that. Get off my hand. And I need to clean this. I need that. We need the stamen, which is the one that had our Versamark on it, which, you know, in all honesty, I love using a stamp after I've used a Versamark because for some reason the ink just kind of sticks to the stamp better. All right, so our 2 colors that we're using with this, I decided were Pool Party and Night of Navy. Okay, so we're going to take this Pool Party and we're going to stamp that stamp again on this piece here. Then we're going to grab that Night of Navy and we're going to put the stamen on top of that. Look how beautiful those colors are together. Oh my goodness, the blues just melt my heart. All right, then we're going to grab this piece and kind of do that same way of stamping as on the Z fold, where you take and you put this kind of up on this side and then again up over here. But I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to bring those flowers in because I really want those flowers inside of here. All right. And this part I'm not too worried about because again, we're going to be putting our sentiment there. So Night of Navy. All right. Close Pool Party. And on our sentiment piece, I'm going to use the Night of Navy. And where did I put the sentiments for this? Oh, I have them under here. This is the one that I'm going to use the wishing I could heal your heart. Where did my bigger piece go? Right here. And I'm going to stamp this in the Night of Navy on here. And typically I would do my stamping first, and then I would I would cut my circle out so I don't run into any issues with me not lining everything up, but that actually worked pretty good. Shocking. Okay, so you want to kind of give these two pieces a second to dry. And then I had a gold, yep, right here. I had a gold circle. So this piece should be dry, so I'm going to add that to the inside of our card. And oh, that sparkle that comes through there is just beautiful. It's almost like using the Wink of Stella, but this is already in your paper. So whatever colors you lay down, that sparkle's just going to come through there. It's probably hard to see on camera, and probably because my lighting is not the best, but it's definitely there. All right, this I'm going to take this is going to go on the front. Now I'm telling you, if somebody sent me a card in the mail that looked like one of these cards, I would be, you know, just ecstatic, because I've never received a card. I mean, don't tell my husband. I've never received a card as beautiful as the cards that we create with Stampin' Up product. I'm just, and maybe I'm biased, but, and that's okay, because Stampin' Up is one of the best, I just have to say. That's why I work for this company and not any of the others. They take good care of their customers and their demonstrators. They really take good care of us. They make sure we always have the best of product. They don't, you know, they don't chintz out on us. We really get beautiful and great quality product to work with. Okay, so remember how I told you guys in the last video, don't ever throw these away, because this is the best part on earth, is to get to cut your dimensionals and use these tidbits so you're not wasting. All right, so I'm going to put a couple of these pieces on here. Okay, pull the backing off. I kind of did a bigger circle on this one, but that's okay. Stick that right, again, kind of in the bottom corner. I do think I like the smaller versus that great big one, but it works. And then we're going to come in with gilded gems. So see, that's why I like to make different variants of this and show you different sizes and show you, you know, different things that I do, because then you could be like, okay, I don't like that. And instead of you cutting it out and not liking it, but then being like, oh, now what am I going to do with that? That's just frustrating. Then you know, okay, well, I like the smaller ones, so I'm going to stick with the smaller circles. And those are called the layering circles. That's what these circles are that I've used on all these cards. All right, so I'm going to pull my gilded gems out, which these are perfect with our gold. I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to grab a medium. Put that up over here. Grab my blue goop off there. And then I'm going to grab one of the big ones, maybe, and I'm going to place it maybe on here. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, you guys. I will see you guys next time with more cards. I want to absolutely keep putting these videos out. So if you could go to this YouTube, since this is a YouTube, and click on this video, which you've probably done because you're watching it, and hit that subscribe button. So then every time I come out with a new video showing you new product and beautiful cards, it will notify you that we've made more cards. All right, you guys, look at that. Aren't those beautiful? Look how those spring. And same with these. I probably need to varnish that a little bit better. But anyways, you guys have a great week. See you next time.